What's going on, everyone? Park Life Nerds here, back for another top 5 video on Pokemon. Today I'm going to go through my top 5 legendary Pokemon. These are ones I've used throughout the games, throughout my years of playing them. Again, I'm not going to cover the mystical Pokemon, that will be on another list, so it's just purely legendary Pokemon. If you like the ones I've got on here, give me a thumbs up. If there's ones that you think are better, let me know. But again, this is just my personal preference. So let's begin. We'll start with number 5, Giratina. It's basically the devil. It's pretty cool. You capture it in Distortion World and Platinum. Now, Platinum was a game that I actually got back into Pokemon after I'd been off it for a while, and just going to Distortion World was pretty cool. And it was definitely in my team from then on. I can't think of Dialga, Palkia, not really doing it for me. I did do Shining Pearl, and Platinum just stood out as a far better game to me in my head, so Giratina, definitely gotta have it. Number 4, Lugia. So imagine playing Silver. First time, you don't really have the internet back then because you've just got Silver when it first came out, and you get to catch the box art legendary before going into the Elite Four. I did not know that was going to be a thing, especially because it took so long to get Mewtwo in the first one, and so cool. You had Lugia, you could beat the final Elite Four member, you had Aeroblast. If you put extra PP on that one, you just go for anything. Lugia, hands down. I've preferred Lugia to Ho-Oh. It's just my preference, but Lugia was so cool, and I've always tried to get a version of it in games, and it is probably one of my favourite trading cards as well. Alright, number 3, I've gone for Mewtwo. Basically, the OG legendary Pokemon. Always been one of my favourites, and now when I had to catch this in the first game, I was a young kid, noob, button bashed everything, ended up using my Master Ball on a Shelter of all things. So I was pretty gutted. Luckily, I managed to catch it after a few attempts with an Ultra Ball, and basically after that, the Elite Four became my whipping boy. I did not know the rare candy cheat, and I grinded this thing to a level 100. I think I'd beat the Elite Four 90-something times by the time I'd decided to give up grinding away and restarted the game. But Mewtwo, hands down, overpowered, amazing, great Pokemon, and got it in X and Y because of the Mega Evolutions, of course. Great Pokemon. Number 2, Zekrom. Not probably on most people's list, but I don't know, I just loved this Pokemon. I thought it looked cool. It's the main reason I chose to do Pokemon White instead of Black, just because it was the box art legendary. I just thought the story was cool and how to get it. I struggled to beat Getsis the first time, if I'm honest, but I thought Zekrom was the best, especially being a lightning dragon. Now, interestingly, I kept my OG Zekrom from my first playthrough and transferred it through different games using Pokemon Home. Now, it wasn't actually the best leveled one because, just luck of the draw, but I think I had played it on 3 or 4 different games, took that Pokemon over. I love Zekrom, just a cool one. Alright, and number 1, and probably everyone could guess this one, but Rayquaza. It's basically Shenlong from Dragon Ball Z. When I first played Sapphire, I had no idea that the post-story Pokemon would be Rayquaza. Going off Silver, I figured if I had Kyogre on the front, I was going to get Groudon as a level 70. But no, we got Rayquaza, and that dragon was just amazing. Just wiped things out completely, used extreme speed, what a move. And then we start to get the upgraded versions of the games, and you end up getting a mega form of that creature. Hands down, just the most powerful thing you probably ever played with. And Rayquaza, number 1 for me. If I could ever have a Pokemon in real life, I'd just have that and just scare people away from knocking on my door. So thank you for listening. What are your favourite legendaries? Let me know. These are mine, and love to have a chat in the comment section. And thanks for watching. Cheers.